Well, hello everybody. This is Dave Strong at the Schmidt Music Saxophone Shop, and today we're going to try something brand new. We're going to try the new Legere American cut synthetic reed. So previously they had the Signature, and before that the Studio and the Classic. This is their newest cut, and as you can tell, this doesn't look like a reed because this is the case it comes in. But that is one notable feature. They put it in a nice little case. Apparently the case is recyclable, as is the reed. And if I can get that open, it sits in the reed case, just like that, and keeps the tip from ever touching anything. The tip kind of floats in there. There's these two little arms. You know, I might not be able to see them in the video, but it's kind of a nice little extra feature to have a nice case to put that in if you don't already have a reed case. This one comes with it. I believe these are going to go for $40. We're not carrying them in yet. This is just a sample. So a little more than the Legere Signature. If I'm correct, I will correct myself if I'm wrong there. And yeah, the American cut here is meant to be more of a jazz reed and maybe more comparable to some of the Levas or the Javas or the Jazz Select. I don't know exactly. I've spent a couple minutes playing this, and it does feel pretty similar to what I've been playing, which is either I usually like to use a Levas Medium or Jazz Select 3 Soft. This is a 2.75. This is what they sent me. They asked me to tell them what I played, and then they sent me one of these to try. But so far, this is it's pretty interesting. We'll do a little playing, and then I'll tell you my thoughts about it afterwards. But this is the Legere American cut and a 2.75 on a Berg Larson 116/1 Ishimori ligature and a Selmer Series 3 tenor saxophone. All right, I'm going to come out right away and say it. For me, this is by far the best synthetic reed I've ever played. Now, that's a big qualifier. When I say for me, I'm coming from the Levas Medium or the Jazz Select, and this just kind of gets a very similar vibe for me, and this didn't seem like a big transition. The Signature always felt really good, and I can see why players really like it, but just for the kind of reed I like and the kind of resistance, this feels like I get a more natural resistance and pushback, which I like because it lets me shape the sound if I want to go between really bright and really dark, having that little bit of, I think it must have a thicker tip is my guess, because kind of like the V16s or the Lavas, those, it's just a little more resistant, but in a good way, and it doesn't seem stuffy in any way. So yeah, I would highly recommend trying these out, especially if you're coming from those reeds. If you're looking for something, you're a jazz player and you want a good synthetic. Is this going to replace cane reeds for me? I don't know. This is the first one I will say that has made me question whether I'll switch from a cane reed to this. I'm going to try it out on some gigs going forward. I'm going to try it out, well, when I have gigs, try it out on some live performances, but I will certainly, if worst case scenario, I'm going to keep this as a backup. But boy, that is kind of the holy grail if you can get a synthetic reed that competes with some of your better cane reeds. And the response was really nice. I could zip up and down. The altissimo was really solid on it. Getting overtone stuff out solid. I could push it darker. If I laid into it, I could get a nice bright kind of more pop or bluesy sound. So I'm going to spend a bunch more time with this, and we'll see where it goes. But first impression is certainly worth trying. Again, for me, that's the best fit of a synthetic reed I've ever had, and I'm excited to see where they go going forward. But this is fun. Anyway, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any feedback on how it sounds on the other side of the mic, reach out to me in the comments below or find me at schmidtmusic.com at the saxophone shop. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.